Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another reaction video for today. And I was actually watching some game ranks. Why not? I had it on in the background on my second monitor while I was doing stuff, looking for cards to buy. And that was pretty much it. And I saw this one and I was like, you know what? This might make a fun reaction video. This is 10 worst AAA games of all time. Hey, I can tell you right now. I don't know if, I mean, I understand it's Harry Potter, so technically it would be AAA, but I feel like these games, they stopped being cared for like as the movies went on. Like I feel like the Harry Potter games started really good. You had the Lego one, which was really fun, and then of course you had the beginning ones, and then you could explore Hogwarts. There's a bunch of secrets and stuff. You could go classes, and then it ended up becoming more and more like slop. And then Deathly Hallows Part 1 and 2 were just fucking Gears of War slop. I'm not even kidding. They were terrible. I don't know why the fuck they did that, because you're not at Hogwarts at like pretty much almost at all, and when you are, you're fighting. So I guess their thought process was like, well, and then they made a part 2 game. They were both shit. I played them. They're terrible. So anyway, AAA. Well, Skull and Bones can't be here because that's quadruple A. I hope it's like a lot of uncommon games. So let's go. Let's get to it. Link in the description. 3, 2, 1, play. I'm trying not to.
AAA is one of those nebulous terms that means something different to everybody who says it.
Right.
But the agreed upon stuff is that it's a major publisher game with a high development cost and a huge marketing budget.
I don't think Harry Potter had any of that.
It could be easy to make a good game, but often
the publisher, I guess.
In fact, what we're interested in today
publisher was
is
Warner Bros.
What are the duds? Hi, folks, it's Falcon, and today on GameRanx, 10 of the worst AAA games of all time. Now, quick disclaimer going forward. There's, of course, room for debate here if a game counts as AAA or not, and that's fine. That's what the comment section is for. We love seeing the discussions. Yeah. Without any further ado, starting off at number 10, it's Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Oh. This game has
Part 2 should be higher.
4.5 user score and a 38.
Oh, it's so bad too. Like I don't. Oh, it was EA and Warner Bros. Oh shit.
On Metacritic. It's bizarre. It's Harry Potter.
Do other games get like 6s, 7s, sometimes 8s? Like some of them are pretty decent.
Gears of War, or is it Gears of War?
I couldn't believe it.
I don't know. You would definitely call it one of those.
And it's so short. Both of them. That legitimately, I'm not even kidding. The second game is shorter than the entirety of both movies. To get like the second game's like not even 4 hours long, which I get it, like it's but it's a game. You expect a game to be longer than a movie, so
that's what the kids
especially
want,
2 movies.
Right?
You want
the Gear War, but with Harry Potter. Okay, President and Chief Operating Officer Grandpa. But the thing is, it's not even a good cover shooter.
No, it's
terrible.
Awkward,
it's stiff to control.
If you want to hear them say stupefy. I remember that was in the Angry Joe review. It was stupefy. I'm like, yep, that's true. You keep fucking saying that.
Very, very little room for strategy. There's a few spells to choose from that are basically just different guns. But it's kind of just easier to use stupefy and blitz through everything. The cover mechanics are terrible. Yep. Often you'll find yourself taking cover behind thin air, or your cover just won't do anything. At least it doesn't actually matter a whole lot, because the game is so easy that taking cover is kind of pointless.
Stupefy. God damn it, fuck this. Stupefy. Hagrid, just kill me, please. Just drop me off and kill me. I want to die. I don't play this fucking shit anymore.
There's a RPG mechanic where you can put points into stats and unlock
so it's an upgrade system?
Like
I don't remember that.
Not
I played both of these, I don't remember.
The game is so easy you can just ignore all of that, and it really doesn't seem to make a difference. There's also stealth missions. Yes, and they're as bad as you would imagine. Enemies are at the same time too dumb to live while having X-ray vision and can spot you through walls.
I remember the stealth missions.
Parts of the game
I think I reviewed both of these games too.
Trial and error. And if you really want to torture yourself, there are some exclusive gameplay modes too. Really a smorgasbord of all the worst parts of 2010.
The fuck does that even mean? Exclusive gameplay mode? Yeah, no shit. I'm playing the game. What do you mean exclusive gameplay modes?
Games. Harry Potter.
Like exclusive, as in like you can do it in the movie? Well, yeah. What?
The cover shooter.
Fuck does that
Killing
mean?
Machine is a funny concept, but it doesn't work.
It's a funny concept. I'll give it that.
Dark from 2008, sitting at a 58 on Metacritic, 4.6.
This game is so. so much. It's hated, and I don't understand why exactly. I get not loving it or even liking it, but like hating it is crazy. It's trying to be innovative, and for the time it was pretty cool. Got a fucking what's his name too as the voice of Edward Carnby. I want to say it's James McCaffrey, the voice of Max Payne. Rest in peace. I want to say it is him. I'm the fucking universe. I'm pretty sure it's him.
Score. It was meant to be Atari Interactive's big step into the AAA market. It was going to be the next big franchise right beside Resident Evil.
Oh, we got another Alone in the Dark.
This game hard. Big cover
didn't
stories and gaming magazines, flashy commercials, a trailer that barely shows any actual gameplay. They did it all. It did not help that the game was immediately torn apart by critics for its numerous bugs and bizarre gameplay decisions. One thing I'll say is that usually people criticize the inventory space for its lack of innovation.
Your inventory is he just opens his jacket like he's the fucking merchant in Resident Evil. And it's just like, oh, look. And then you take stuff out of your like coat pockets. That's fun.
But if anything, Alone in the Dark went too far in the other direction. Nothing about this game is what you would call traditional. Yeah, it's got a weird inventory system.
No, I like
the melee combat is strange.
Yeah, you use the right analog stick to swing, which a lot of games actually had that. Grab by the ghoulies? Come on, bro. Grab by the ghoulies. 10 out of 10 game. Well, 6 out of 10. Well, 7 out of 10 game.
And honestly, it's got surprisingly in-depth physics simulation.
Yep. The fire is good for the time. Like, for the time, everything looked really good and very high quality.
A lot of ambition for this.
I kind of want to play this game. I need to play the new Alone in the Dark before I even...
But as they say, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And oh ho ho, the road to hell is a dark and lonely
I feel like the new Alone in the Dark is one of those that is kind of like this, where people will bring up that it was super underrated. Like, it got really not great reviews, but like almost everybody I see that talks about it, like on YouTube, says it's like an underrated... I'm talking about the new one. And so, I heard the same thing about this game, but
so to speak,
I never finished this game. Look at the fire. Fire for 2008 looks really good.
2008 is a janky mess that feels like it could collapse in on itself at
and also
moment.
The title makes
Most
sense.
Most of the ambition feels pretty misplaced, like the healing system. You can spray different parts of your body that are injured. It's supposed to make the game feel more immersive, but all you can really do is laugh at the skin textures that are clearly just sitting on top of the jacket. Very, very, very goofy.
Yeah, that is true. You just see like damage. You'll see it. I'm sure he's gonna show it. Oh yeah, when you fight this woman, it's like the beginning of the game. I think. Is this the woman that you like? Is like your pal throughout the game? Hell yeah, bitch, get down! I'm the horror in this bitch.
The game takes itself very seriously, but it's funny, honestly.
Yeah,
every time I boot it up,
I'm the fucking universe. That's the last line of the game.
I can't help but laugh that Max Payne himself, James McCaffrey, spouts some of the worst dialogue you've ever heard. While this actually pretty great orchestral score that makes no sense as to why it's there, it has no place in this mess, doesn't fit the feel, doesn't sound anything like this looks. Sounds very good, but
I feel like we should have got some examples of that, but
doesn't make sense. And I'm listing like the...
I feel like we should have had some examples of that.
Positives.
You know what I mean? Like, at least I'm the fucking universe. Here, I'll fucking give it. I'll get the motherfucking example. Hold on. Let me see. Yeah, I'll get it, the motherfucker. I'll get that motherfucker right now. Yeah, bitch. Alone in the Dark. I'm the... Yeah, I gotta say. I'm the Lightbringer. Here, wait. I'm the light... He says I'm the Lightbringer? Maybe it starts I'm the Lightbringer. I didn't know he was Linkara.
I'm the Lightbringer. I'm the fucking universe.
I don't remember the Lightbringer part. I'm the fucking universe. See, that's good shit. I'm the fucking universe. I think that's the bad ending too. I'm the Lightbringer. I'm the light. The original Linkara. Wait, hold on. How many Linkara? Yeah, see, you liked it. How many Linkara references do you think we'll have? Let's see. There he is. There he is. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Cuts to the audience beating shit. Don't bring him his jacket. Okay. I love that part where he says, don't give him his jacket. Like got through it. Guys, the light ring Alone in the Dark again. It's true. After getting a B out of me, I'm the fucking universe. He going to cardiac. I mean, he hold back a saltwater tap. He was. I'm the light bringer. The fucking. I love that. That's a great meme. I'm the the way he says I'm the fucking universe too. I feel bad. Rest in peace, James McCaffrey. What a fucking legend.
I'm the
Lightbringer.
I'm the fucking universe.
The close-ups too are so fucking goofy. I'm the Lightbringer. I'm the fucking universe.
This is the gameplay of
Maybe
it's
I'll show
miserable.
it.
Like the best I could call it is a miserable failure.
Yeah,
like,
the driving was bad.
Saying like, that was so much ambition. It's just like putting a gold star on it. Like, you tried. Old meme from the era this game came from. You tried. At number 8 is APB, with a meta score that matches Alone in the Dark,
APB all-point bulletin?
but a user score
I forgot about that game.
4.4. APB was a game that got a lot of hype. I remember people just being absolutely rabid for this. It was meant to be huge, made by Real Time Worlds, the guys who made Crackdown of all games.
It looked like Crackdown.
Former Rockstar
Hey,
Games
Crackdown
guys,
was great.
including the co-founder of the studio, David Jones. This was a massively multiplayer crime game. It was meant to be the ultimate GTA-style playground, but it's hard to really nail down a true style for it. It was barely a game. Looking back on it now, you'd assume it was some small developer thing, and you might be a little more forgiving.
They made a new version of it, right? Reloader or some shit.
This had $100 million budget. Now, like I said in the intro, we don't have a hard number, but that's the estimate.
Someone got paid really well because that shit ain't in this game. That's for sure.
And it also had an EA publishing deal. To call it a small deal would be a big mistake. It was a big, big deal, many people are saying, and everyone who jumped in the pre-release beta had the exact same question. This is it? Of course, the devs quickly responded that they were just showing a fraction of what the game would end up being in the final release. But, no, they weren't. That was it.
That was it, but then they had, like, a new version. Wasn't there, like, a new version of it called Reloaded or some shit? Right on. Oh, yo, that cop saved me. Now you died, too.
That interaction should have gone as such. This is it, question mark. This is it, period. The game was lacking in content from the start. Barely just a selection of random missions you'd get and replay endlessly in a few small zones. There really wasn't enough to keep.
Yeah, how did it have a 58? I feel like this is like the original the day before or some shit.
For even an afternoon, and it
maybe
was
not as bad, but
meant to be an MMO. The only universally praised part of the game was its customization suite, which actually was really impressive for the time. And it seriously actually holds up today. You go back to this, in terms of the customization suite, man, lots of cool stuff here. Everything else half-baked and
you can make Kane from Kane and
Lynch.
Lynch.
A monthly fee. And number 7 is Redfall.
Where's that Lynch?
Oh,
Redfall, of course.
Redfall.
How could I forget Redfall?
I said something about how I thought the developers were probably not excited to make a live services game, and this is the result.
I want to die.
There was an article in Bloomberg
I love it. Xbox's latest misfire is so funny.
Long after that confirmed this exact thing. This was a game nobody wanted, and the Arcane
which is crazy because I would love a vampire hunting game. So I don't know who the fuck, like Blade. Obviously they want to do it at a Arcane. It's not the same Arcane that made this, but so obviously somebody wants it.
Probably wanted it less than players did. Because I can remember a time.
I want a cool ass fucking vampire hunter game. I do not agree.
Arcane and vampires? Yeah, I'm there. You know why? Because that's a sound concept.
Yeah.
An open world co-op shooter with the Arcane special sauce.
They can't keep using that excuse. So like I kept hearing like, oh, they didn't even want to do this game. Well, I mean, why? It's awesome. It's a great premise. Simple but great.
But apparently, by the time they were done developing this game, 75% of the Arcane Austin staff, the developers of this specific game, developers that had worked on illustrious titles such as Dishonored, Prey.
They may Prey. I don't think they really worked. They may have. This is a different version of Arcane. Reminder. I can't remember if they worked on Dishonored. Maybe they did.
etc.
They did Prey though. I think they were the studio that did Prey.
About 70% of their staff up and left because they didn't want to work
on
on
now
Redfall.
It's gone, so it got shut down.
I'm not making that up. I'm quoting Bloomberg. And it shows. Like, Arcane was understaffed to make a games as a service game as it was. They started off with 100 employees and losing that many out of 100 employees. Even if you're hiring people to compensate, there's just too much to do. Like, there's a lot of areas in the game that look nice from far away, but they're lacking in detail. The combat, which, by the way, is Arcane's bread and frickin' butter, they are geniuses when it comes to making...
I mean, it is, but not shooters, really. It's like, even Prey, like, Prey is, I guess, technically a shooter, but it's everything else that's so impressive around it. You know, how immersive that game can be. Same thing with Dishonored 1 and 2. Like, you have guns, technically, in all these games, but it's not really... This is just straight up a shooter, so...
certain kind of combat that works so great, and it's
like, if you don't have all those immersive elements around it, then you just have kind of a bland shooter. I mean, when this game's working, it's just a bland shooter. That's the thing. Like, I was playing in, at moments, I'm like, all right, there's no glitches. The vampires aren't, AI isn't fucking completely bugged. It's just a dull as fuck shooter. It's so dull. And there's like barely any story.
It's neither satisfying or fun.
It sucks.
And you can just see that the people involved with this didn't want to be involved with this. It's not the kind of game anybody who wanted to work at Arcane and had for years wanted to make, and it shows.
They should have.
At number 6 is Driver 3 or Drive.
Oh, of course. Drive through
Drive through.
You know you fucked up when the GBA version's better.
Driver 3, 56 on Metacritic, 3.3 user score. Maybe hard to believe.
One of the biggest disappointments ever, bro. The hype for this game was crazy. Atari put all their fucking money in that bitch. Yeesh.
PlayStation 1 era Driver series was actually a big
deal. I love those
deal.
games.
The first two Driver games.
Great games. Great game. You know what? I would say I would go off on a limb and say every Driver game besides Driver 3 is either good or great. Driver 3 is the only one that sucks dick.
Huge. Sold millions of copies. They cemented the series as one of the biggest franchises on the PlayStation. That all came crashing down with Driv 3R, one of the most...
Rest in peace, Michael Madsen, also.
Disastrously
He's the main
bad
voice
sequels
of the
all
guy.
time. The only reason why this game has a 56 on Metacritic is because AAAs are just graded on a curve separate from everything else. We would never give...
It should be lower. I mean, the driving mechanics were still okay. They were fine. It's just the on-foot stuff, which is not what Driver's about. Driver 2, if I remember correctly, you can get out of the car, but it's still like... It's called Driver. Like, Driver San Francisco was smart, and they actually added something unique to it with you jump out of people's bodies and possess them, which is like... Whatever, you just don't think about it. I love that game. That game's 56.
We would
and that's the last Driver game. We haven't had one since, what is that, 2011?
Never contribute to that kind of an average. This game is so
76
bad.
is alright, Parallel
Atari
Lines is
wanted
alright.
it to be a GTA killer, so they marketed it like crazy, but like, it's
the marketing was nuts. The marketing was nuts. I feel like I saw more commercials for this than any GTA game at the time. I remember going to a theater. No, was it a theater? I remember as a kid I saw a big billboard for this game. And I want to say it was in front of like a theater or something. Like it was somewhere. It was like a big billboard for this game. Huge. I was like, what the fuck? Now you have billboards for games all the time, but back then it wasn't as common.
I bought this game because I wanted more Grand Theft Auto. Honestly, I couldn't.
It literally came out like right before San Andreas or right after. I can't remember. Was it 2004 or 5 this came out? I think you probably already said. I think it was like right before or after San Andreas. And it's... Oof.
Enough of that kind of game. I love GTA 3. Vice City was great. That same year, San Andreas was awesome. I was ready for more. This was a promising new genre, and Driver...
I take offense by him saying Vice City was great. It was better than great. That's the best of the three. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Had always been a great franchise. Sadly, it seems like it really went through a bad...
This might have been 2003, actually. You know, no, I really want to know. Thinking about it, it might have actually been 2003 this game came out. No, it was 2004. Okay. The Game Boy Advance version came out in 2005. The GBA version is actually very impressive for the GBA. Like, it looks
Dev cycle too, so like
insanely
it was a ton
good for GBA.
of hard work and misery for nothing, because Drift 3R sucks.
Yeah.
And number 5 is Lair, a highly anticipated game.
Of course,
meant to be
Lair.
A PS3 launch title, but it got
fake ass
pushed
Dragon
back
Guard.
over a year, and much like the world, that year was not enough.
Worst Dragon Guard.
I don't know why I brought that up.
Wait, what?
Not enough. Over a year, and much like the world, that year was not enough.
Oh, because it was 2007, I guess.
I don't know why I brought that up.
Sure.
Developed by Factor 5 and published by Sony, this game was meant to demonstrate the power of the PS3
Was that Factor 5's last game?
console, but instead, it just revealed the many limitations of the hardware. Yeah, we've all heard about the forced motion controls, but it can't be understated how misguided this was. And it's not that it was that hard to control, it's actually about the movements that called for precision. Everyone calls out...
It was. Just want to throw that out there. Star Wars. They've made a Star Wars Rogue Squadron Rogue Leaders game on Wii that was completed but unreleased. And they did a Kid Icarus, or they were going to do a Kid Icarus Wii game. Which, but yeah, Factor 5, of course, did all the Rogue Squadron games and stuff. So they were up there. They were some of the best. You think Dragon game? Oh shit, they're gonna fucking nail the shit out of that motherfucker. And it's like, nope. I didn't realize they made Pokemon Stadium too, or they helped work on it. Huh. Oh yeah, they did that Indiana Jones game, which is actually pretty good. Oh, I guess they helped, or they did the N64 version. Okay, I get you. Yeah. All right. Well, anyway.
These motion controls specifically, but the real issue is just the dull and outdated game design.
Yeah, it looks disgusting.
That old chestnut.
This actually looks like one of those games that you'd see someone play in the background in a show. It's not a real game, but
there's just not much here that's interesting. The campaign's either dull or actively terrible on an alternating basis. And yeah, some of the backgrounds look nice for
6-axis,
but the frame rate is
it's
up and
happening.
Down. Let's say
it's emulated.
It's a half-baked game from a developer people rightfully expected much better from. Factor 5 made the Star Wars Rogue Squadron games, so they clearly knew how to make.
See, I don't know when that this video is going to talk about the, they didn't talk about it in the fucking universe, so
a flying game, but Lair it ain't Rogue Squadron.
I just don't understand how they fucked that up.
Very nice
Rogue Squadron
too. It's much
have the same controls. Fuck it.
Pretend if this game had come out as a launch title, it probably would have gotten bad reviews, but at least it would have gotten swallowed up.
I mean, it would have been better than Mobile Suit Gundam Crossfire
in the whole PS3 launch hype cycle, but delaying it and being like, we're gonna make sure that
I think it came out pretty close to Heavenly Sword also, which was a much better game.
This one's good, and then not having anything to show for it. Oof, it got eviscerated in the press. Yeah, we all can remember it. I don't think we would have if they just launched at launch, and it would have been terrible, to be fair, but it was terrible anyway. And number 4 is Medal of Honor Warfighter. Remember EA's desperate attempt to capture the Call of Duty audience?
Yeah, with Medal of Honor of all things, which Medal of Honor was Steven Spielberg made. Like, he funded it, because he's actually a fan of games. And it was all about, it was supposed to be about, like, and Call of Duty was like this too, and he's gonna talk
the original Medal of Honor games, up to Allied Assault, they're the classics. But when the team moved over to Activision to make the first Call of Duty, the series was just never quite the same. EA tried to revive the series in 2010 with the moderately successful Medal of Honor.
I thought it sucked.
But whatever.
I'm just gonna throw it out there. I actually liked Warfighter more. They both sucked, but I thought Warfighter was shorter, and I felt like there was better moments in the campaign than Medal of Honor. I really didn't like Medal of Honor.
Games the 2010 one. Game, they
just sucked,
completely
honestly.
Ruined with 2012's Warfighter. It was
Warfighter
a
sucked
bug-riddled mess. Yeah. It was hopelessly uninspired. It was dull. The story mode is mostly remembered for its grotesque Uncanny Valley crap. It can be best described as unremarkable. It felt quite sloppy. Was not finished, to say the very least. Didn't hold up to the middle-of-the-road Call of Duties even. And then there were a big string of random controversies that don't make sense to go into.
The best thing for Call of Duty was this game at the time? Because I think this is when Ghost came out, right? Or it was about to come out, and this game came out, and it was just like, oh,
too long. It was just bad.
At least Ghost wasn't that terrible comparatively. You okay, bro? Or are you crouching? Crouch walking.
And number 3 is Umbrella Corps with a 38 on Metacritic.
Oh my god. I'm going to skip this one. I don't even want to look at it.
0.4 user score. For
dude, it actually insults my fucking intellect whenever I see the fucking holding the gun up like this. I don't even want to see it.
Capcom was in kind of a dark place.
I don't want to see it.
Before Resident Evil 7
stupidest shit.
The franchise,
yeah, this was like months before Resident Evil 7 came out. Dude, it looks so fucking stupid. What is happening? Did they get the little arm and it goes like this? But then why is it?
I mean, it's not
look how stupid that fucking looks.
They're not making
bad
multiplayer spin-offs to this day, but they're making good games.
This is the worst one. Like, I thought Operation Raccoon City was the worst one. This is the worst one, easily.
In time, so
this is embarrassing.
How many fans of the Resi franchise are just dying to play a first-person multiplayer shooter that resembles something from the series? You know,
can't wait for them to bring that iPhone game out.
Primarily a single-player horror experience. I mean,
Outbreak. Just do a fucking Outbreak new game. You're bringing Outbreak characters to fucking Resident Evil 9. What the fuck?
Yes, it makes at least a little bit more sense than the
Metal Gear Survive was definitely better than pretty much anything.
Metal Gear Solid.
I don't think Metal Gear Survive was that bad, honestly.
Wow. Man, these companies have made some pretty weird decisions over the years. But honestly, like, it's...
This shit is fucking massively ass.
Generic military shooter. A lot of the time, you really wouldn't be able to tell this is supposed to be a Resident Evil game. But that's hardly the worst thing about it. If it was incorrectly labeled, but a hell of a lot of fun, I don't know if it would have received the savaging that it did. But, yeah, that's not...
Dude, it's fucking terrible.
How this went. Balance was a mess from the start. Melee weapons were really overpowered, and a team that relied on them would pretty much win every time. This one's mine.
This one's mine.
There was only 2 modes, the weirdly hardcore One Life
fuck is happening?
Match, which is a 3-on-3 where...
The crawling is ridiculous.
If you died, you were out. And then the multi-mission mode, which is a lot like Capcom's recent Exoprimal, where you run through a series of short missions with different objectives, usually racing the enemy team to complete
I want to play Exoprimal. I want to fucking play right now. No, I'm just playing.
Objective first.
No.
There was...
Literally, I'm probably the first person the entire year that said I want to play Exoprimal.
Single player content, but it was pretty weak. It's basically a collection of multiplayer maps and an extended tutorial for the multiplayer stuff. The controls are not terrible, and there are some interesting ideas like a zombie jammer that can take out and cause zombies to swarm. This game,
so look how much shit is on the screen, by the way. You got this big fucking thing, then you got this. Shoot first, questions unnecessary. Why is this still here? Then you got this thing, then you got this, then you got the fucking map, and then you got this fucking dumbass character taking up like half the fucking screen.
Team, but
look how cluttered this looks. This if you taught a course in a college about like how not to do a fucking UI, this is the fucking prime example right here. Even you have the little dumb fucking like indicator thing telling you where to go. So you got a map, you can't even you can barely fucking see. Then you got this thing, then you got the reticle, then you got this, then you got this, then you got this, then you got this, then you got this fucking idiot.
But it's otherwise a pretty lame shooter, and does not have a lot of content. Not enough. After Resident Evil 6, the series really needed...
Resident Evil 6 is so much better than fucking... than any of their multiplayer games. Like, fully... you can play multiplayer in this game, but I mean, like, competitive multiplayer.
But Umbrella Corps wasn't it. Thankfully, Capcom came to their senses and put out Resident Evil 7 a year after this. And honestly, they've been on the right track ever since.
Yeah, except
even
for the
if there are
stuff.
lame multiplayer add-ons
Reverse.
It's kind of whatever.
At least Reverse is kind of goofy and stupid, you know?
Eventually get in a multiplayer game.
It's like whatever.
Right,
it's like shit. It's also getting shut down. Or I think it already did shut down.
One of these.
We come, Len. Yo, Len, we coming, bro.
Single player game.
I like how they got rid of more of the letters, I guess.
Single player games that people actually want from them. And number 2 is Sonic the Hedgehog 2006. Maybe you don't think of Sega as one of the main publishers, but if you spent any time with this game and beyond...
here comes the Sonic 06 Defenders. There's Sonic 06 Defenders, by the way. Bad taste. Sorry.
I don't know why you would.
Bad taste.
Wouldn't go back to it. But Sega put a lot of money.
Hey, if you like it,
thing.
that's fine. But the defend is ridiculous.
Adventure,
this game's awful.
Of the entire Sonic
it's terrible.
And a celebration of
hey, if you like the story, fine. I don't know why, but fine. But like the game itself is terrible.
Sonic's 15-year history in a game. I've talked about some games with bugs on this list before, but no matter how high the expectations were for this game, or how low, I don't know, maybe some people realized what it was ahead of time. But regardless of the expectations, they were not met. This was probably one of the buggiest games that has ever been released to a mass audience in the way that this game has.
I've never seen this glitch before.
So bad,
yeah,
especially
really
in the mock speed sections. Nothing about this is fun. The Havoc physics bug out constantly, and everything looks cheap as hell.
Sonic has moon shoes on, bro.
Moon shoes! The worst thing is that the Sonic gameplay is the best thing in the game, and it's bad. Like, there's areas of it that are alright, but it's generally pretty bad. It's Sonic Adventure, but, like, worse. But Shadow and Silver, they're so much worse. Silver has a gameplay gimmick of using telekinesis, and it ain't good.
Is this the one where Silver keeps saying, "It's no use"? Is that this game?
Shocking that this game
I think that's Silver, right?
In the state it was. It's very funny. Like, it's provided a ton.
It's no use.
Very, very good content for the internet. What's interesting is that there are people going back and quote unquote fixing this game. Like, there's a lot of fan remakes that make the game not horrifyingly bad, but the actual game itself is. It deserves the 46 Metacritic, and frankly,
probably deserves lower. Bomberman Act Zero. That's funny. I guess they're comparing it to. All right, well, you know, I thought Bomberman was bad, but Jesus Christ. Sega just keeps knocking out of the park here, right?
The lower user score than 5.3.
Go lower.
I think a lot of people
just
lower. Enjoy
that was a lot of people just,
how bad it is.
Oh, no, I think it's the people enjoy the story. I've heard people say it's one of the best stories in the Sonic. I'm like, no, there's no fucking way.
That's why.
First of all, that's not a high bar anyway. But
It's no use!
There it is. I mean, it's not Silver that says that. I guess that's just Sonic that says that? Why would Silver say that right now? It's no use! No, that's... Oh, maybe saying to Sonic, it's no use, you can't beat me, I guess.
It's no use!
Yep, there it is. It's no use! Alright, number one has to be... Oh, okay, let me think. Because we already had, like, lower rated games than Sonic. You know, Resident Evil and Harry Potter were both lower. So this is not going by score. Would Superman 64 count? No, it wouldn't count, really. Would it count? Because it's Superman, I guess? If they're going to put Harry Potter, I guess. It's going to be obvious, whatever it is. It's going to be like a big game from a big series that really sucked dick, I'm sure. We'll just...
No.
And at number one, it's Babylon's Fall with
yeah.
And a 2.1.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the user score is a little more accurate for this one. Square Enix and Platinum Games.
I mean, you can't even play the game anymore, so.
And that sounds like it would be a good thing because they did that once before and we got Nier Automata. Babylon's Fall would be a good thing because Enix and Platinum Games combined forces. And that sounds like it would be a good thing because they did that once before and we got Nier Automata. Babylon's Fall is not a Nier Automata level game.
It's better.
A lot of the time,
imagine
games.
Someone has that opinion.
Get like a big debate, like, here's
have you played it yet? You don't know. You don't understand. Go play it.
The redeeming qualities of this game.
That'd actually be a good prank to get set. Like if someone's like not a big gamer, so they don't know, you could tell them to like, oh, you need to buy this game. It's so good, and it's like this or Concord or one of those games you can't play anymore. You just be, all right. Oh wow, it's pretty cheap too. Oh, $10, okay, and get it, can't fucking play. That's actually a good prank. Someone do that. That's a good prank. That's a good lighthearted prank. You waste $10, whatever.
It's not that it should be
that was the last $10 I had. I need to use that for eggs and fucking milk and shit. Well, you should have did that. That's not my fault.
The way
you shouldn't be buying games if you need food.
And this one did not. Babylon Fall came out, a bunch of people said it was bad, and a bunch of other people went, yup. It sold really, really bad, too. Yeah. Only about 1,000 players had it on
Which is actually not, that's better than Concord.
Steam. and only about 3,000 copies sold in Japan the first week. It was declared dead almost immediately, and it wasn't long before it was shut down. Yeah. It took less than a year. Yeah. Came out in early access February 28th, 2022.
It was not early access. It was a full game.
And the servers completely closed.
It was not early access. It was a full-on game. It came out
February 27th the following year. So not a full
Maybe
year.
They came out later and said, like, it's early access or something. You know, like a lot of bad games do that where they have, well, maybe not bad games, but games that have performed badly. We'll say, we're shifting to early access. I'm like, no, it was a full fucking game you released. Like, I think Splitgate 2 is doing that now.
1 day shot. It was meant to be the first salvo in a big games as a service push from Square, but if that's the case, they should have tried a lot harder because this game was.
They should have made a Nier one and ruined that franchise too.
Environments were samey.
Not that Babylon's Fall is a franchise.
Bad.
The presentation's awful.
Repetitive and also
wasn't the cutscenes like these really shitty like 2D fucking like, but. It was awful.
Bad. And that's a running theme with games as a service. It seems like they're trying to play a game of chicken with the consumer to see what they can get away with. The idea is that they're going to constantly update the game to keep everybody engaged and having fun. But it seems like devs forget about the engagement and the fun. These games are just bare bones. They're repetitive and usually really dull. But they do have a lot of microtransactions. And then when everybody's like, I don't really like this game and I don't want to buy anything that is in it, the whole constant update part of the strategy just comes.
Oh, look, the Nier Automata. Oh, wait, no, I think it shut down before that happened, maybe? I don't know.
Goes away. And that's assuming that they were even going to update it in the first place. I don't know. I don't think that it really would have mattered with this game. The writing was on the wall day one.
It was fucked.
Nobody bought it. Fans didn't want it, and casual players just
nobody gave
a
shit.
And it wasn't just that it was
looked bland as fuck. Godfall looked better. How do you make that look better?
Forgettable. It was
actually legitimately Godfall was a better game.
Terrible.
You can still play Godfall
with confusing systems and repetitive, boring gameplay. Just a bad game all around. You have to wonder if Platinum Games kind of had a contractual obligation to it that put it in the same situation as Arcane, Austin, and Redfall. And that's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like. If you're not
Platinum, now nobody like looks at them like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like Platinum had a couple bad games and now like they're fucking. I feel like their name is besmirched by to the point where Ninja Gaiden 4 has announced they're making it, and people are like, okay, we'll see. Like, what do you mean? That's like the perfect people to make it. Like, hey, they still made some of the best action games of all time. The Bayonetta games, Vanquish, fucking Nier Automata. Like, come on. Some of sure, they had a couple bad ones. They had that terrible TMNT game. Dude, that Transformers game is sick. Devastation, so good. But yeah, they had some bad ones. The core game was like mid as fuck. I don't even think it was terrible, but it was mid. Babylon's Fall, obviously. Anyway, all right, there you go. That's the video.
Great time to do so. We upload brand new videos every day of the week. Best way to see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to enable notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero. We'll see you next time right here on GameRanx.
That was awkward. Anyway. Oh, yeah. Drake of the 99 Dragons. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's a good-ass game, baby. All right. Anyway. All right. I thought that would be a fun video to watch. Yeah. They all suck. Those games suck. Alone in the Dark, I feel like shouldn't have been here, though. Like, I guess it's AAA, but there's probably other AAA games you could probably put here instead of that. I feel like that game was innovative. Not great, but it tried. And it was not that bad. Even if you really look at it. There's some bad elements to it, sure. But looks like he's shooting red sperm. And that's a bye.